Hello, my friends. It's me, Kae Pea. I'm here in my studio, the Moon and the Maker, home of ArtFoamies, and I'm here for ArtFoamies Fun Friday. Yes, it's true. We're already past Thanksgiving, if you can believe that. I like to call it, I just saw this for the first time. It's called Thanksgiving. That's what we celebrated this year. So I hope that however you celebrate and whatever you celebrated, it was good and happy and you got a hug from someone that you love and a good meal. Okay. So tonight we're here for a little fun because Lord knows we could all use a little more fun. And I do have fun stuff to share with you, so I admit it. Krabby Abby is here. Hello, welcome. Sharon, Joy, Catherine. Who else? Oh my goodness. Yes, we're going to talk all about the Black Friday stuff and all the, all the goods. Yes, no, I did not go out. I stayed in, and I was actually going to do like a spontaneous studio session, but I'm going to tell you what, I was wiped out. I was up way past my bedtime last night. So I just rested most of the day. And now I'm so happy to be here with all of you. And we're going to have a little fun getting makey. Ellen Bush is here. Welcome. Brianna. Hello. Shar, Puffer, Christina, Ron, also known as Patty. I hope you had a wonderful day yesterday. It looked lovely. Linda Weber, Leslie. Yeah, no shopping outside the house. That is the key. Amy, nice to have you here. I need to message you too, Amy. So we'll talk later. Linda, Sherry, nice to have you here. Who else? Phyllis, hello. Sue and Lynn. All right, that's all I see so far. If you would like to join our chat, make sure that you drop us a note in here. I wanted to let you know too, a couple people wrote to us last week. I guess we put some AdSense on our ArtFoamies Fun Friday or Daily Heart. I can't remember. But anyway, they said it was being bombarded with ads. So I want you to know that we did take that off. Okay, sorry about that. So if you wanted to watch last week's ArtFoamies Fun, we did remove all those pesky ads. Okay. Megan, hi, nice to have you here. All right, so we have something new because it's still November, and I have been working on what I'm about to share with you for I think you may have seen, if you follow us and you see our pictures that we post and stuff like that, you may have seen some of the, like a sneak peek, but I am here to introduce to you tonight Ink Foamies. Yes, the close cousin of ArtFoamies. We're going to talk about those. And then we do have a special Black Friday, Cyber Monday special. Not only a discount, but like a special set that I'm going to share with you. Super fun. We did that last year. If you remember, last year we did the little moon charms. So this year we have a special imprint pad with imprints. Anyway, I'm going to turn this camera around. I want to introduce to you Ink Foamies. We will be doing a giveaway. So please, actually a really juicy giveaway. Okay, so hang around and you can play the numbers game. I still haven't thought of anything more as simple or effective as the numbers game. When I do, you'll be the first to know. What else? I wonder if I have anything else. I'm just going to turn this camera around and I'm going to share with you and introduce to the world our new Ink Foamies, okay? So thanks again for being here. Pancake and Lulu is here. Bernadette, welcome. Okay, yay! Welcome to the world, the Ink Foamies. I want you to know these are a sort of ink pad, okay? But it's not really an ink pad. It's more, I call them a mixed media pad for inks and paints, okay? And what it is a sort of art foamy, okay? But it's an ink foamy. It is a little bit different, and I'll tell you all about it. It comes in 3 shapes right now. It's approximately 3¼ inches. So these cases are 3½ by 3½. And the inserts inside are about 3¼ by 3, well, this square is 3¼ by 3¼ approximately. The circle is around 3¼ inches around, and the heart is approximately 3¼ inches across at the widest point. Okay. So Again, so cute. Ink Foamies, mixed media pads for inks and paints. And I will tell you how these came about and how long I've been working on them. I'm just going to give you all of the behind the scenes info. Okay, so let's see. I don't even know where to start. I've been working on these for probably about a year. I thought it would be much quicker, but I'm really sort of bad about that. I'm bad about time, not necessarily time management, but I'm sort of not the best at guesstimating how long something's going to take. I always think it's going to be much quicker than it is. So the beautiful, beautiful things, the beautiful, beautiful thing about ink foamies is that it will take all of your inks and paints. It does not matter really what kind of inks that you like to use. If you want to use liquid watercolor, okay, you can do that. If you want to use your Moonlight Duo tint and hue re-inkers, you can do that. If you want to use your Moon Glow dye inks, you can do that. If you want to use your Ranger archival inks, you can do that. Or your Distress inks, you can do that. You can put tube watercolors right on here, okay, and spread it around. Lots of times I will be using my scrap buddies or my stamp buddies as an, spreader. You can also use things like an old credit card or room key to use as a spreader. You can use a squeegee as a spreader, okay? You can use an Art Foamy dauber as a spreader, okay? You can also use things like your Derwent ink tint sticks and apply it directly to the surface. I would give it a little water and apply it to the surface. You can make your, and I'm going to be showing this to you, okay? I'm going to show you a few things. I'm going to show you things that I have inked up. The beautiful thing, again, about this is that you can, of course, use it directly to your paper as a stamp. Okay, so if you want to ink up your ink foamy, here's my heart-shaped ink foamy. And you can see right here, I inked this one up with a nice pink ink. So, and then I just stamped it right on there, right? Same with my circle. And this makes, it's sort of like Art Foamy Basics, okay? We've had the solid Art Foamies. However, I will tell you, this is a different type of foam. They are made out of foam, okay? But it's a different type of foam, a little bit more absorbent, okay? Not a lot. They're not, when I say absorbent, they're not absorbing, okay? They're not, when you put your ink on this, and you can see, okay, your ink is still on the surface. It is not going to actually soak way down into the foam, okay? But it's in that first layer. So one thing about this, okay, is that you are going to be inking and spreading your paints and mediums, whatever that you're going to be using. You are going to be re-inking and putting your paints more often, okay? It is not going to hold your ink the same way as a traditional type of ink pad, okay? These are made of felt. So these are holding ink all the way through, okay? This is not the case. But also the thing that I love, you can see how this will start to, the felt starts to wear. And I mean, I'm not saying that these won't wear out. They will. And the beautiful thing is that you can buy replacement pads, okay? So when they do start to wear out, or maybe you want to keep a second foam shape in with your ink foamy, okay? This, I sourced these and I use these deep cases because you can do this, all right? So you can buy your ink foamy and then you can buy a replacement pad for it, okay? And you can use it as a spreader or also as a separate stamp, okay? So lots of possibilities if you go ahead and you have your actual ink foamy this way. And I want you to see the raise on this. It does come up above the little handle so that you can tap and use it this way, right? And again, you can keep your spare in there if you want to, but you can also purchase these as a replacement so that, and I'm going to show you this. This one, I did mess it up. Okay, I poked it with something sharp, and so I could still use this. Okay, but if I want to use this as a stamp, it's going to that little flaw is going to show. Okay, so I went ahead and I pulled it out of my case and I put a replacement. Okay, so I could save this if I want to as another dauber or spreader, or I can, you know, throw it away. I'm going to save it, you know, as a spare. Okay, and I'll just keep it right in here with my other blue heart. I do want to show you too. Now, so you can see I got a little ink on here. This was my clean replacement. And I want to clean that off. I'm going to use a little isopropyl alcohol. This is rubbing alcohol that I keep in a spray bottle, and I'm going to clean it. And this is the other really great thing, is that you can, now it might stain it a little bit, okay, but they, it'll stain, but you can replace the color. Thank you so much, Leslie. I really enjoy innovating products, and obviously, you know, thinking of ways to use different things. And so I will tell you, the way that it developed is that I was using for a long time, I was using my foamy friends. I was using pieces of black foam, okay, of the stuff that our art foamies are made of, and I was using them in the same way. However, two things, okay? One is that I don't like the color, because you're not going to be able to see your colors on the black foam. I mean, you can kind of see them, but not that well, okay? So you can't really tell. Like, I could ink this with dark blue, and I can't really tell if it's black or, you know, what color that it is. So I wanted a lighter foam. I also, again, wanted something a little more absorbent, if, you know, if possible. And so I tested a lot of different foams, okay? So the light color allows you to see the color that your pad is, you know, much better than the dark foam. And also, I will tell you this, if you want to take your pad to your surface, okay, meaning that if I want to take my ink, let's just say to some paper here, like this, okay, and let me get a stencil or something. I got here. Okay, if I want to take my pad to my paper this way, okay, I'm probably not doing the best job, but you know, if I have the black foam, a lot of times would leave, and I don't love this, I'm just going to tell you, just because probably not the ink I would use for a stencil necessarily, but anyway, if I want to take my stamp pad directly to my paper and rub it, a lot of times the black would make marks, okay? This will not. And okay, so even though this might not be the best in the world, you can see that it did. Oh, and look, it's smudged. But anyway, you can see that. You know what, I'm going to do it. That was from rubbing it. And a lot of times, I'm not necessarily using my big ink pads for this anyway. Let's. I just want to finish it off. Anyway, so you can see here, it did not make marks on my paper, even though it's not the most beautiful stencil job. It didn't make black marks. If I use, and I'm not saying it didn't always do it, but sometimes when I would use my black foam to make, you know, rub, it definitely would put black marks. So I didn't want that. So that is how I ended up testing a lot of different types of foam. And this, my friends, was the best one for the job. Then how to package it, okay? Because one of the things I really wanted was some type of handle or some type of, holder to where I wasn't always getting my fingers so inky, just holding it like this, right? So I do love this. And I love the depth of the box so that you can also keep other, I could even, if I wanted to, keep a small art foamy in there, We'll use our little, this is the freebie. You have 2 more days, today and tomorrow, to get the moon. Anyway, you can see, and I'm not saying that you necessarily want to store it in there, but you can. All right, so I like that nice deep lid so that you can have a little storage room in there, or again, keep a replacement pad. Yeah, so that is a great idea too, Leslie. Leslie just said you can make dimensional art when you replace the pads. So yes, a lot of the, the recycled art foamies, right? So that you're not throwing them away. You can make such cute little, and they're so lightweight that you can do hangings so easily, right? And little things to attach. So brilliant idea. Anyway, so that, my friends, is ink foamies. I am going to go ahead and show you a few things that again, so here they are just stamped out in their natural form. So you got a square, a heart, and a circle. And then here are a few little quickie things I did just using them sort of as a stamp and again as an ink pad. Okay, so think of them more as like mixed media pads. Again, you can put watercolors directly on them. Now it does say, and I will read you, oops, sorry, it's all inked up already. It says, the modern way to ink up your ideas. Apply your favorite inks or paints to the surface of your ink foamies to create your own unique stamp pad and media applicator. Use with all of your stamps, stencils, and of course, art foamies. Acrylic paints, solvent inks, and or paints that dry hard are not recommended. Okay, so that being said, I have used them with acrylic as long as you wash them off right away. Okay. So Lynn says, I have a question about the foam. Are you and his phone? If you heat it up, can you make imprints and then stamp in your phone like that? So I think I know what you're saying. I kind of like that blue foam, right? Shall we try it? I did not try it with that, but that is a great idea. So let's do it. Let me find something that I can make texture with. I'm just looking around for something that would be good for that. Well, a stencil should work, right? Let's try it. I'm going to try it with my bird stencil. Okay, up there. I have my heat tool right here. Let's just try this out. Now I'm going to try it on my replacement pad. I'm not going to try it on, not going to try it on the one with the handle, okay? Yes, you can leave your inks on. You can, so I will tell you, like this one, okay? This has my Moon Glow Extra Bright Dye Ink Pink Crush Reinker. You can see I rubbed some of it off. Now, I can leave this in here, and I'll store it just like this. However, I'm going to smooth it around. I'll just use a dauber, okay? My Art Foamy dauber to smooth it around. And keeping in mind, don't overload it, because remember, it's not going to suck it up the same as your traditional ink pads, okay? It's only sitting on the surface. So if you put a lot of ink, it's really just going to overflow. So be very careful and sparing. And yes, you can store it just like this. And then when, but I will tell you, if you don't use it for a while, you're still going to probably want to ink it up again and, you know, give it a little smush or a little smear around, okay? And then you can go in and use it. And yes, can you use it just like, excuse me, a regular ink pad? Yes, you can. I'm going to take a regular rubber stamp, okay? Tap, 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 tap. Okay, just like regular. However, it's not going to last as long. Okay, so you're going to have to re-ink it. If you're doing a lot of stamping, you're going to want to re-ink it and smooth it again. Okay, I'm just letting you know. Kind of as, just think of it as a plate. Okay, sitting on a plate. Now for this, this is just a suggestion. Somebody asked me if this would work like this. I don't know how many of you have seen the blue foam, but we're going to try this. I'm going to heat this with my heat tool. Let's try this now. Okay, so it's kind of warmed up. And I'm going to smash it to my, anything with texture. Okay, a lot of texture. I'm going to smash it to my stencil here. Yeah, it seemed to work. Can you see that? Or I don't know if you can see it. Let's rub a little ink across the top. Let's get my blue. Oh my God. Yeah, so so again, I'm going to backtrack a little bit. One of the reasons I wanted these is because I needed a larger inking surface for my larger ArtFoamies. Okay, even though, for example, like here is the, you know, one of the ArtFoamies that we just came out with from last week. If I want to ink that up, it is so much easier with this chunky sort of large surface to just, you know, rub that across the surface, tap, 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 you know. Also, the foam to foam is much nicer, okay? It does not sink down into the recessed areas, and that foam to foam makes a very nice connection. Do you know what I mean? It grabs the ink, okay? So here again, did you see me? I heated this up. I put it to my stencil, and now I'm going to rub a little ink across the top, and lo and behold, it does work for that. So there is another fantastic use, right, for your ink foamies, because I will tell you again, you can clean this off. Now I'm going to stamp lightly, okay, because it will get that sort of ink from the back, but that's okay too. It's kind of cool. Okay, so now you could keep this if you want to, okay, or if you don't want to, then clean it off, okay, and reheat that baby. So it does work very similarly to that blue foam, my friends. And it's kind of funny that you say that, because I was looking for the blue foam. I've been wanting to sell the blue foam for a while, but we cannot find it anymore. So isn't that cool? Yay! Anyway, all right, let me go back. I see some questions. So Jack says, which ink do you prefer for stencil work? So Jack, any ink really is fine. Just something that's not too wet, but I don't like it on the big surface. I am going to tell you, and I'm just now, since you're all here for ArtFoamies Fun, I'm just giving you a sneak peek. We are also coming out with these little daubers in the same foam. They're called Inky Ups. I'm calling them Inky Ups. But anyway, they're not out yet, but you could be watching for them, okay? And they are awesome. They're also awesome to spread, and I use them a ton, and I do use these with the stencils, okay? You probably saw some sitting over here anyway. All right, so I'm just going to show you a few of the little quick things that I've done using these ink foamies, just super quick. Again, as you can see, I went ahead and I just stamped my square in the background, and then I stamped my heart right over the top, right? So square and then heart. This is fun because I literally did just take my square and I dropped ink onto it to get those little polka dots, and then again stamped over and stamped my words. Okay, get the quickest, cutest card. Here, there's the circle over, and I am going to show you how I make a quick little rainbow pad, or any kind, like you can do stripes or polka dots, or just go crazy, make it like tie-dye, whatever you want. Okay, so, and one thing I wanted to also share with you, so this, I had it loaded up. Okay, thank you so much, Wendy. Mwah! Nice to have you here. Who else? Kathy Berg. I hope I didn't miss too many of you. Let's see. Sherry says, I think the ink foamies are a great invention. I most often use ink pads with my art foamies. Typical ink pads are way too small to stamp with. I'm very excited to use ink foamies. Me too. Yay, I'm so excited too. You don't know how hard it's been to keep it under wraps, but I did have a lot of snafus because right when I was about to get everything put together and assembled, I thought I had all my cases sourced out, and then lo and behold, I couldn't find the cases anymore, so I had to resource them again, which I'm really happy because I ended up getting cases that I actually like better. So I do want you to know these are 100% made in-house by us. Okay, now, I mean, obviously we don't make the cases, but we assemble everything here for you. Okay, and this is for pre-order. We will not be actually shipping them until the end of December. Okay, so I just want you all to know that and be aware. Again, just going to reiterate that yes, you can leave your inks on here. You don't have to wash them out every time. The only reason I'm showing you how to wash them out is because maybe you don't want to have a different one for every color every time. Okay, so this had a lot of pink ink. I had magenta, Milky Way magenta, hybrid, Moonlight Duo ink on here, plus maybe even a little bit of my Moon Glow ink. A lot of times I will mix inks right on here. But I wanted to clean it off. It was pretty loaded up, and I just wanted to show you that yes, you can take your rubbing alcohol, okay, and you can pretty much, now you're not going to necessarily, especially if it was really loaded up, okay, you're not going to get the whole thing back to being super pristine, but you can get most of it out so that you could switch colors or brands or whatever if you want to. Okay, yes, Stephanie Martin, that's what I'm doing. So I have this mostly cleaned out, and again, you can see that it was magenta, and I'm still pulling some color out of it. So I do want to kind of go over it. And I want, like, okay, this had magenta, so I'm probably not going to like do green or something, right? I want to stay in probably the color family. So maybe I want to do, like orange, or I want to do red. That's what I would do. Or maybe I want to just switch all together and I want to do like here, okay, I have this Peerless transparent watercolor. Maybe I want to put that in there this time instead. So let's go ahead and we'll put some of that, and I'm going to just take a little bit of Scrap Buddy. I have some little tiny Scrap Buddies, and I'm going to smush that through there. Okay, again, remember what I said about not loading it up too much, because it's only a little bit absorbent, so be sparing, because you don't want just it overflowing everywhere. But that's one nice thing about the Scrap Buddy too, is that it can pull some of that color off the top. Okay. And then let's put that aside so I don't stick my hand in it again. And then you can, of course, stamp with this. You can use it with your art foamies. So let's pull out, oh, you know what? I didn't get any art foamies ready. Let's, where's all my wheels? That's going to be pretty juicy, but I'm going to try to stamp it down anyway. How many colors are the ink colors? How much for the large bottles of ink? So those are not out yet, Puffer. I went ahead and wanted to go ahead and launch these without all the, ooh, kind of juicy. Got a little boo-boo over there on the side, so let's just fix that. Oops. Again, it was pretty wet, so not exactly a perfect square, but that's okay. Oh, forget it. You know what? Let's just go ahead and stamp a circle now. I want to stamp a circle. And you know what? I will. I'll just show you. I am going to use a little bit of white gesso. Okay. But again, I'm showing you this, and I'm telling you that if you do use acrylic paint or a paint that dries hard, you're going to want to wash your ink foamy out, you know, right away. And then I would make sure this was pretty dry, right? Oh, yeah, Lynn, that blue foam has been around for a while, if that's what it is. And then I don't know if you just saw this, this does work for that too. That blue foam has been around for many, many years. So that's kind of a similar concept there. But yeah, great. Ooh, so cute, right? Okay, again, make sure that you wash any acrylic paint or gesso right away. You don't want it to harden on there because once that hardens, it will be ruined. Okay, or not, it's not ruined. It's just that it will never accept watercolor or anything the same. Okay. So I thought that was sort of fun. Let me find, oh gosh, where's my... Well, of course, now I can't find my my sun face whimsy wheel. Where'd it go to? I have all the other whimsy wheels, but for some reason I can't find my whimsy wheel face, and that's what I really wanted. Hold on one sec. So annoying. Where does my stuff go to? Oh well, we'll just use this guy. Okay, I'm gonna just use the middle, my moon face instead. Stamping it right, and you can see, look, that had a little, it's a little bit dirty, right? I'm not going to worry that much about it because I can clean that right off. Oh, so cute. Anyway, so I can smush that around again in a bit, just to show you, you know, regular stamping. I want to show you that you can use these definitely as your regular stamp pad, but again, in so many different ways. So here, I pretty much cleaned out all my gesso. All right, I'm going to give it a once over, and then we can do stuff like this too. And I know you've seen me do this before, but maybe you have your Derwent Inktense sticks. You can spritz it with a little bit of water, just a little H2O. Okay, and then you can color right on here. Oh gosh, you know, you can do stripes. Maybe you want to do a spiral. I don't know. And sometimes I'll even just do little outlines, and I can stamp that as sort of just a fun, you know, outline of a circle if I want to draw a moon. Maybe you want to take my extra large Derwent stick. I mean, you could draw on here. The possibilities are endless. So it is really much more than a stamping pad, and yet makes a perfect stamping pad for ArtFoamies, of course, which is really what I was after. Always looking for ways to, you know, improve the ArtFoamy experience. Excuse me. Inhaled wrong. So a super fun way. You can even start your little mandalas this way. This would be a great underlayer for your whimsy wheels. Of course, you know, maybe you want to... So I don't know, got a little mushy there. That's okay. Remember, it's a watercolor, so you can go in and smush till your heart's content. Also, maybe, I mean, honestly, too, maybe you have something that you want to stamp that way. Let's just turn this baby over. Oops, that's alcohol, not water. Nah, don't know. This was dirty, so it's probably going to be really muddy. Yeah, just kind of light. But it is, again, watercolor. So, you know, many of you have been following me for a long time and know that I love stamping in watercolor, right? So lots of times, too, if I have watercolor smooshed up on here, because, again, you can use your regular tube watercolors on here as well. Maybe I want to just smush some of that right over the top. You can also mix it with inks and all sorts of stuff like that. So again, came up, you know, it sort of mixed with all that, made a completely different color. Let's go ahead and... Uh-oh. Let's see. Are they double-sided? I'm not sure what you mean, Bernadette. Well, I didn't exactly line up very well, but you get the idea. Oh gosh, what else? Let's make a rainbow pad. I showed that the other day, and let's do it on a heart. Let's go ahead and take, these are my favorites, and I do want to let you know that I am closing out all of our inks, our small sizes of inks, all the Moonlight Duos, whatever we have left, all the Moon Glows, both the Duo pads are all on clearance for 50% off over at themoonandthemaker.com. And the reason why is because I'm coming out with all new inks over at ArtFoamies in larger sizes. Okay, they're going to be like this. So I'll be watching for that. And you know, if you are interested in any of the inks that I have had for years over on Rubber Moon, then go over to themoonandthemaker.com and grab a couple, you know, re-inkers or whatever. So anyway, here is my Moon Glow Pink Crush. I'm using a little Coral Fire. I'm going to use, and yes, I'm getting so inky on my fingers just from these bottles. That's one reason why I want to go to larger bottles too. So I'm kind of excited about that. I'm using my Yellow Starlight. I'm going to use my Blue Moon. And I'm going to do blue again right there. And I'm going to do actually a little bit more yellow right here. And then a little more pink again. Bernadette, on the replacement pad, you can ink up either side, although I will tell you that you can kind of tell the top and the bottom, okay? I don't really know how to explain it, but the bottom generally might not be as smooth around the edge, okay? And the top just has a little bit different of a surface. You can, but that top is always better, okay? And, you know, it's just this, and it also stamps better. I don't really know how else to explain that, but you can use both sides, yes, okay? So now, I'm going to go ahead and take a scrap buddy or something. Yeah, let me just use, I'm going to use this scrap buddy here. There's a little gesso on it, but that's okay. And I'm going to just run it across and sort of be blending, you know, moving it just a little. I want to blend it. And it's making a most gorgeous rainbow pad. Now it's very bright, okay, as you can clearly see. But if you want to tone it down, I'm going to put a little more blue here too. A little more blue. Smush it right through. I'm making kind of a mess now. It's okay. Anyway, all right. If I want to make it more pastel-y, I can add white ink. So I do love, and I'm going to go ahead and stamp. Let me just go ahead and stamp this once. It's going to be pretty juicy. So I'm just going to, I'm going to stamp it over this just to get some of that off there. Ugh. Okay, I'm throwing that away. Let me stamp it one more time. Let's see. Yeah, are you, Lynn, are you talking about the blue foam? I'm kind of confused. Hold on, let me go back to the... Yeah, if you've had the blue foam, it's great. I have still some blue foam around here too. All right, so now I'm going to stamp this again. You know what? I'm going to get a bigger piece of paper because I want to stamp this a couple times to show you. I need a bigger piece of paper. Where? Hold on. All right. Oh, yes, these are glued to the box. Okay, the replacement pads you can buy. All right. So, yes, these are glued to the box, which, isn't that so cute? Anyway, I love having it glued to the box because that, you know, I like having that handle. All right. So, again, now if I spray this, I'm not going to get that many, it's not juicy anymore, right? So I'm not going to get that many more stampings. However, if I spritz it with some alcohol, that is going to give me another, it's going to refresh it, okay? And give me at least one more stamping. So nice, right? And then now, look at this. If I want to add a little white ink, I can turn it into more of a pastel and at least get another stamping or two out of the whole deal. And I will take my same scrap buddy and, you know, run that through. And again, it's going to make it a little brighter and maybe a little more pastel. And just sort of refresh that and give me a whole other look, right? And I don't know, that bottom is still a little dark. Let's... Look, I have no room. I have only this much space to stamp. All right. So, ooh, so nice, right? Look how... Anyway, and then, of course, now I can also use that as a stamping pad, right? So maybe you have some words. I don't know. This is a little... I just happen to grab... Well, you know what? We can try... Let's try my moon face. This is the freebie for November. Like I said, you still have 2 more days to get this guy. Let's try it this way. And again, if I want it even more, it's not getting very much on there because it's almost, you know, it's almost gone. I can just refresh it with a little alcohol and hopefully that'll give me a decent stamping. Yeah, there you go. Ta-da! So fun, right? Oh, Okay. I have a couple of samples of some just sort of background things that I have stamped and, you know, created using the pads, not only directly to the paper, as I shared with you, but also, you know, with stamps over the top too. So here, again, just using my solid squares and then using it as a stamp pad to stamp things over the top. I also love using my square, especially maybe even this. I haven't really tried the circle, but if you know, have some color on there and you want to do something like that, you know, you can put like journaling lines. So I love that. I do that a lot. Again, for just, you know, texture, pattern, whatever. It just makes it really easy, but it is great for journal spots. Okay. And then here, and I love to look at this and I say, oh, can your ink pads do this? It's such a fun way to play with them and just, you know, use them in conjunction with your stamps. Here you can see, and this was almost gone, but I really just took my heart and you know what, I'm going to go over it one more time. I still have my little scrap buddy there. So let's do that. And then, of course, however you would maybe want to make some polka dots. Let's take, let's just do a soft, well, I have purple here. This is just a Lyra crayon. You don't want anything too pokey because, like I said, you can poke them and ruin them, but you can just go on here. And you could draw faces or just patterns. I'm just putting X's and O's. And it's actually pulling color out more than it is putting the color on there, but that's okay too. Oop. Well, don't drop it like I did, but there you go. So cute, right? Maybe you want to, you can put color in or even remove it, like I said. So maybe you can spray your stamp even with the little, oh, I don't know if that showed too much, but let's, you know, let's put color on it instead. So, you know, when you get them in your hands, you are just going to play and experiment and have fun, you know, and there is going to be so many ways, even that I have not thought of yet. So just get, oh, look at that. So fun, right? Kind of gel plate-ish. Not exactly. Here's one that's even more subtle. Let's try it. I don't know. Let me try to pull that up one more time. But yeah, that looks okay. Let's try it again. Let's just do it right over the top of this guy. Yeah, it kind of worked. A little ghosty print, right? So you know the deal. It's just, I make the stuff. I have a few ideas. I share them with you. I get them to you and you guys go crazy. That's what I love. And that is why I am here. So, you know it's November, right? And as if the ink pads, ink foamies are not enough, I do have something else that I have been playing with and experimenting with. And you all know, and many of you have, imprint pads, okay? Lots and lots of imprint pads. Well, I just had this sort of brainstorm and I said, you know, we're just going to do it. I know it's kind of big, but we're going to do it for Black Friday, Cyber Monday special. Let me clean up some of this because you know what? This is just all in my way. And I do want to show you not only a few more things with the ink foamies, but I want to show you this new mega imprint pad. It is, so our normal imprint pads are 6 by 8. This is an 8.5 by 11. And it's a nice, big, juicy sort of, pad with doodles on it. as you can see. Here it is right here. And we are only making this pad for this Black Friday weekend, okay? After that, this will be gone. And it's like $25, I think, but with your discount, it comes out to be like 18 or less, okay? So you get this doodle pad, this big jumbo mega imprint doodle pad. And then I did do all of the negatives to go with it, okay? We are offering it. I'm going to tell you, we are going to be offering all of the separate elements. This part is the only part that's going to be only available through Cyber Monday. Okay, so it does have all of the negatives with it. So you got these sort of graduated dots, okay? Got some lines. You got some hearts. You got some raindrops, okay? Got some little arcs, little arches. You got sort of an oval, I call it an oval sun, okay, but it's sort of a burst, I don't know. You got some little flowers, super cute little daisy flowers. You got a bird. You have a long vine, which I love this. And you got some checker squares. And then last but not least, and some more little sort of mark making drops, okay? So here is the actual image. So this is what the imprint pad looks like, just stamped in graphite. And then you can see I stamped a couple of the negatives in there. Not done yet. This was just, you know, wanted to play with my Lyra graphite. Here, it's kind of a mess, but you can kind of see another experiment. And then here, I think this was pretty successful. If you remember last week, which I'm still super excited about this, if you were here and you saw all my stencils that I cut from the new birds and vases, and we did the stencils using the Yupo, here is the inside, this inside of this old, I can't talk. The inside of this old folder was a disaster, so I used part of this imprint pad to cover it all up, and I love the way this turned out. So anyway, let me just show this to you. And again, one of the reasons why we ended up saying, yeah, let's go ahead and do this set is because it works so great too with all of the new ink pads, the new ink foamies. All right. So I'm going to stamp this for you and just stamp it out and show you a couple fun ways that you could use it, even though it is really large. Okay. You don't have to use it in such a large way, right? And let me show you what I mean. And I had a couple little samples, but of course, you know, I can't find them now. Now that it's ArtFoamies Fun Friday, and I cleaned up too well. Oh, thank you so much, Carmen. Thank you, Amy. And so let me stamp this a little bit, and then we will play the numbers game. I want to let you know that I'm going to be doing a giveaway for a full set, meaning 1 square, 1 heart, and 1 circle, okay? So 1 lucky winner will get the set of the new imprint pads, okay? And then 1 winner will get a set of the new imprint pad, and I mean the whole mega set, okay? So that's a pretty big juicy value, and so we'll have some fun with that if you want to hang around for the numbers game. I'm just going to stamp this for you rather quickly and show you a couple things, okay? Actually, before I go there, I did want to show you. So these are just stamps, okay? These are ArtFoamies using the ink foamies just as straight ink pads, okay? So literally just inked up my ink foamy, stamped that, and there's that. Same with that. And as you can see, this is this, and it's done in graphite, okay? Because one of the things I want to tell you that I forgot is that I have always wanted to be able to stamp in graphite. In fact, way back before I had ArtFoamies, when I was just with Rubber Moon, I was trying to work with a couple of ink pad people, you know, ink makers and ink pad people, and even with another company trying to get a graphite. I wanted a graphite stamping pad, okay? And I could not find a graphite stamping pad. So this is a great way to get your graphite stamping pad. And I also want to tell you, we sell these Lyra graphite sticks at artfoamies.com, okay? So if you would love to get your hands on some, go to ArtFoamies and make sure you look under the art supplies, because we do have them, and I have plenty in stock, okay? So here you're going to wet your imprint pad a little bit, okay? Then you're going to take your graphite stick and you're just going to load it up, all right? And this is going to give you water-soluble graphite to stamp with, okay? And you can also, of course, use your little dauber if you want to smooth it out. And again, remember that this will clean up, right? It'll clean out again. Okay, it kind of makes a mess, but now I can stamp in graphite. Ta-da! And then here, little watercolor layering using your ArtFoamies stamps. So stamped in watercolor and then layered with watercolor using a nice bold art foamy. All right, super fun, super versatile, and again, as you can clearly see, just a great tool to facilitate all of your stamping and sort of, you know, ink application needs. All right, so let's see. That moon makes a great smiley mouth. Oh, so fun. I did not think of that. It does. I see it. Let's see. Imprint pads come with individual pieces or sold separately. So this imprint pad is only going to be available through Cyber Monday. Okay. First of all, then this is going to be gone. All these are sold as a set right now, but I want to let you know we are going to break them up and list them individually. Maybe they already are. I have to be honest. I can't remember if they are available individually yet or not. I'm so sorry for not. No, you know what? Let me look on the website and just ask. Maxie Moon couldn't be here tonight because she had her sorority from college was having their reunion, and so she can't be here tonight. But I can't remember. Okay, art foamies. Let's look at those and see where they are. Where is that? Can't find it. Home. Oh, here it is. Okay, so yes, it is. I think these are only available right now, okay, in a set. After the weekend, I think Maxie is going to be listing them all separately so that if you want to buy them individually, you can, okay? Because I don't want to keep them only as a set if people want, you know, just one or two of them. But I think just for the weekend, since we were just doing the pad, we decided to do it either as one giant set, or you could buy this separately, or these all separately. Okay, so it's 11 stamps in the negatives, and then plus this. Okay, I know it's a little confusing, and I'm sorry about that, but okay. So let's go ahead and ink this up. And you can, the kind of cool thing about it, like you could do it in kind of in quadrants, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use my square. I will tell you that I also do cheat, and I have been using my little ones not only to smear the ink around, but also sometimes going on here like this. But these will be available to you pretty soon, okay? So in December, be watching for the little guys. Gotta have something new all the time to keep you coming back. So anyway, again, the foam to foam is really nice because it does not go down into the crevices, and yes, you can. But again, keeping in mind it's going to take a lot, so I'm going to be inking this up pretty well. Also, again, just to do this while we're here, So you can see that I love doing this, is mixing these inks to make not only different, you know, different great colors, but I don't know, just it makes it a little bit more sort of like, I don't really know. It just gives you a different hue and makes it a little bit more opaque, and I just love it. So anyway, let's go over here. Oop. And I'm just smushing color, you know, and as you can see, my imprint, my pad is not the cleanest either, because I've been using it. Also, again, keep in mind, if I want to switch this color right on here while I'm working, I can do that. Okay, I'm going to add some yellow right here and smush it up. Again, just deciding, do I want to use my dauber? Do I want to use, you know, a little bit of a scrap buddy? Do you know, what do you want? So here I can make a little green. Green. I want some pink. Where's my, oh, you know what, do I still have my pink heart? Oh, well, I'll just use this. Oh, no, I do have my pink heart, which I kind of like too. Now, this is, I will say I love the heart because I do like to use sort of that rounded corner for certain areas, you know, and maybe then you want to go in with your pointy area to do a smaller, you know, smaller little area. And keep in mind, I am, again, using these as sort of smushy pads, so they are going to get dirty. That is where it comes in really handy to be able to clean them up, right? And I will say, probably on this big imprint pad, I could actually take, you know, paints or any, you know, my inks directly even on here. So I could even go in with my inks a little bit, you know, and do it this way and smear them, smush them around, okay? Although, that being said, I don't necessarily want ink down in those crevices, okay? And I'm getting them really messy now. That's okay, though. They will clean, and that is the beauty of it. I'm just going to take my little guy, finish off some of this. All right, let me go ahead and I'm going to get some nice sketch paper here. I'm going to use some of my Yasutomo sketch pad paper. Love this for gel printing, is great too. But it's a nice bright white paper and it's kind of thin. I am going to spritz this a little bit. Let's see. Yes, Heather, I started without you. Yes, I did. Lynn, did you miss it? I did it, and it did work. It was a great idea, and does work very similarly to the blue foam, for sure. Ah, so fun. Look at that. And the beauty of this, okay, so I have this whole thing. Of course, I could tear it up and cut it up and use it in collage, whatever. I can also, I will and can stamp into my negative spaces. However, the other great thing, let's go ahead and let's just take, oh, I could use a little white. Let me just use, I'm going to use some white ink, I think, and just kind of cover the whole thing. So let me clean this off. I'm just going to clean this and use a little white right on there. Oh, this could be some nice ASMR. All right, one more time with some more alcohol there and another baby wipe. And yes, I am going through some baby wipes. I will tell you that. One more time. Let it kind of get down. You can see when it's sort of removing that ink, it's getting into those pores. Kind of has little pores of the foam. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and just use my white ink. It's not going to be perfectly white. Might be a little peachy. That's okay. It's going to also kind of help refresh my ink foamy here. All right, so now I'm just going to go over this whole thing. Oops, oh gosh, making a mess. Now it's going to be kind of yellowy. That's okay though. I don't care. I want to just show you maybe now. And you know, I'm just going to do part of this. Let me just do part. Okay, I'm going to do just basically kind of like half. Doesn't matter anyway. And then I am going to, remember, this also has some color on it, right? Let me clean my hands a little bit, because as much as I love to say that the little case helps me keep my fingers from getting inky, when I do this stuff, it doesn't. Huh. All right, so got this now. I'm going to spritz it up one more time, just a little bit. And then you can take your, whatever, you can take different, you know, pieces or different sizes of paper. And even, again, something like the paper I just used, the sketch pad paper would be great. So we'll take one of these, but you can also take some little pieces like this, okay? And just put it on different sections, you know? And use it, you're going your paper to the surface, okay? Almost like as if you're gel printing. And then you're just going to get little sections of things, okay? And, oops, got a little crust on there. And I know it's kind of weird, but it works. Like you can just go around and get different areas. Okay, so fun. Let me do it with this too. And, you know, maybe I want to refresh some of my colors. I maybe don't love these colors, but remember, this is just a base layer. So I'm going to be over stamping and doing stuff too. You can also do things like, maybe I want to border all the way along the bottom. So, of course, you can just move it around like that, okay? And you can do different pieces, move it around, like maybe I want those lines at the top, okay? But maybe I want more lines, so I'm going to do it again. And of course, you can keep re-inking, you know, and spraying and just moving it around. Maybe I want this bird to be right here, so I'm going to hold that there. I didn't get much ink there, but okay, and some hearts right below it. So here I want my hearts to go here. You see what I'm getting at? You can really move it. And I did this a lot with our regular imprint pads too, but I love the versatility of that. And being able to really just move things around and kind of place it where you want, but you're still getting such a sort of these beautiful transitions, you know? I want those to be right there again, so let's do it one more time. Love it. And I want my bird again to kind of stand out, so I'm going to spritz it a little bit again. And I'm going to take this blue Derwent stick here. Let's smush it around a little. I don't want those lines around it to be so harsh. And I want it to go right here. Ta-da! So fun. Okay, so now let's move this out of the way. And you can just bring back some of your pads, and it has some of those colors on it, and then go ahead and pull out your negative stamps, okay? And just start in having a little fun with that. Maybe I want this to be these blues and greens, and it's dirty, but that's okay. If it doesn't feel like it's getting it, give it some spritz, okay? Ah, so fun. I'm going to go ahead and go up there. More. Oh, the possibilities are endless. Anyway, you know I'm just having so much fun playing with this. And I could stay here all night. And I might. And you know what? Even if they're not lining up perfectly, they don't have to. I love that it sort of misaligns, because it gives it sort of a, I don't know, like almost a ghost print in the back, but also a little bit of a highlight. So, and of course, I'm not necessarily trying to stamp in every little area, right? I'm just trying to, you know, get close, but also repeat that imagery, because, you know, it's sort of that unity and variety that we love. All right, I'm cleaning my stamp again. Again, this is isopropyl alcohol, rubbing alcohol. Works great to clean your foamies, works great to sort of extend your inks, works to refresh your inks on your ink foamies. So lots and lots of uses for that, okay? And here I am back over here to my scrungy little circle that I did. Now I want some more of my Coral Fire, so just gonna re-ink it up with that. And I'll probably end up leaving this on here, honestly. And you can see, you saw how dirty it was, right? Nice and looking good now. Just wanted a little bit of sort of that orangey color in my hearts. Let's go back over here. Oh, good. Oh, and you know what? I didn't even do my sun. So let's put the sun right up in here. Heather, you are so funny. Heather said, I'm going to call my little inker my little stinker. And I thought about even naming it that, but I was like, oh, you know, it's okay. We can just lovingly call it that. How about that? I love it, love it, love it. I hope you do too. I'm so excited about all this stuff. It has just been so fun, not only to, you know, like, think of and dream up, right? But it has just been so, I don't know, rewarding, okay, to you know, make this stuff and have it come to fruition finally after so much time, and then to have it work so wonderfully well is just, you know, my dreams come true, and I hope that you love it. So here I'm going to show you these, how you might, you know, want to work these just a little bit. Let's go ahead and take our checkerboard. And then we'll do the numbers game, okay? Because I'm not trying to keep you here all night long. You're probably wanting to, you know, I don't know, go have a snack, eat some leftovers. I don't know how many of you cooked this holiday. We did not. We went out. let's see. You know what? I think I'm just gonna put a little dark blue on here and make a nice purple, a darker purple, and that will be nice too. And that way I can just stamp over the top without cleaning anything off. And I hope I can stamp that like that. Nice little border. Let's do a little, I want to stamp my sun again inside there. And this time I think I'm going to put a little bit, put more of my orange, my little stinker. And then I'm going to ink this up again. But for this, I want to tell you, I want to do a little bit of the nice pink around there. So I am going to put some more on there first. Hit around those edges. Because I just want it to be a little bit more gradient, a little darker around some of those bursts, okay? So I'm just gonna do that. And I don't know, it's not gonna fill in perfectly, but that's okay. Oh, so cute, right? And then we'll do some dots across the top. Maybe a couple more hearts. There we go. And I want more pink, a little more dark color there. Anyway, I'm not going to do this one. You get the idea. Filling it back in, I do really feel like it gives it some depth and some layers that just are kind of needed. Oops, I got a little smushy, but you get the idea. And I think this would make such, you could put just a little sentiment and plop that on a card, or of course, you know, make little journal inserts, whatever. I think it's just a really fun way. And of course, if you have kids in your life, oh my gosh, what a fun thing to do, to sit and, you know, to do this with your young artsy friends or your old artsy friends. Anyway, all right, I'm going to pop the tops back onto these for now, even though they're a mess, just so that I am not going to stick my hands into them anymore. We're going to, I'm going to stop for a minute, check on what you're all saying, and if you have any thoughts or questions, and then we'll do the numbers game. You got to give me just a minute to catch up with myself here. Boy, do I have a lot of ink foamies. Anyway. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. I've been, again, so excited and over the moon to be able to share these things with you. It has been certainly a long time in the planning, and I hope certainly worth it. All right. So give me just a second. Let me look at these. Let me look at the comments, and I'm going to get my number ready for all of you. Let me get a pen. And okay, so my friends, the number is written. Oh, actually, we need two numbers. We're gonna play it twice. Okay, so this first one, okay, is for this 3 new ones, not used. Okay, 3 ink foamies in the full, you know, in the circle, the heart, and the square. Okay, so I'm going to give you until it's 520. We're going to go until 522. Guess a number between 1 and 100. The person that comes closest without going over will win the set of ink foamies. Okay, you have until 522. You can pre-order. Let's see. Yes, I've tried them with ArtFoamies. They are. I have tried them with ArtFoamies. I tried to show you some with ArtFoamies. Anyway, let me see, Jim Smith, 30. Heather Bailey, 7. Deb Martin, 25. Oh, with pan pastels. I thought you said with art. I've not tried with pan pastels yet. Patty's Vintage Shop, 20. Linda Weber, 3. Renee Van Duzen, 21. Sue Irvine, 19. Amy, 11. Krabby Abby, 17. Kathy Berg, 15. Orange Spiral, 87. Catherine, 28. Sherry H, 32. Acupanita, 79. Jess D, 29. Red Dirt Alba, 28. Jim Smith, 30. Sharon, 73. Leslie Casey, 47. Pancake and Lulu, 34. Lois Paulo, 67. Sherry Churchill, 59. Jamie Hughes, 38. Carmen Jones, 45. Stephanie Martin, 17. Gail, 73. Lisa Alvarado, 64. Sarah, 9. Cecilia, 47. Tam, 22. Janine, 51. Kathy Whitney, 49. Joy Michelle, 6. Crafts by You, 12. Ron McFarlane, 16. Wendy, 2. Acme Post, 33. Oh, Kathy Berg. Yes, I got you. Bernadette, 61. But that is a great idea, and I do want to try them with pan pastels. I mean, you're going to have something that catches it on there. So as long as you have some kind of moisture, you should be able to. Okay. Anyway, let's see. If you already it's okay if you guess the same number. The first person will win it. But Wendy. Okay, we're only doing one number for now, but I only this number for the set of 3 first, okay? And then we'll do it again. Christina says 1, and Wendy, your number was 2. Okay, no more numbers. It's 5:23. This number game for the set of ink foamies is done. We'll do it again for the set of Mega Doodle Pad. And I do want to say that we have a winner, and it is Linda Weber. Linda Weber wins with the number 3. Congratulations. I'm going to write your name right on here, Linda Weber. And you're getting the 3 ink foamies. 3 ink foamies. I don't know, Linda, if you have an order already in, we will ship it with your order. If you don't, you don't have to have an order in, of course, but if you do have an order in house, we will ship this with your order. Okay. So thank you so much, and congratulations. And that is for the 3 ink foamies. Next up, we have the full Doodle Pad Extraordinaire set. I don't think it's called that, but let me do a number again, and we'll start over. Don't start without me, friends. You have to wait till I say to start. I'm giving a number now. Let me think about it. And this is for the Mega Pad, Mega Imprint Pad and set. Okay, so go ahead. It's 5:24 right now. Let's start again right now, and I'll give you until 5:26 to win the Mega Doodle Pad set. Okay. Let's see. Jim Smith, 18. Renee, 12. Patty's Vintage Shop, 42. Catherine Guerrero, 54. Orange Spiral, 54. Amy, 11. Krabby Abby, 16. Heather Bailey, 37. Kathy Berg, 15. Lisa Alvarado, 64. Joy Michelle, 25. Sharon Eberlin, 30. Sherry H, 32. Jim Smith, 18. Just D, 67. Leslie Casey, 47. Stephanie Martin, 37. Acubanita, 45. Sue Irvine, 55. Carmen Jones, 14. Pancake and Lulu, 23. Crafts by You, 22. Red Dirt Alba, 57. Ron McFarlane, 56. Linda Weber, 24. Debbie Martin, 78. Sherry Churchill, 99. Jamie Hughes, 52. Cecilia, 86. Christina, 52. Gail Foos, 91. D. Keels, 88. Puffer, 77, Lois 60, Kathy 11, Acme Post 58, Sarah Slider 9, Tam 60, Bernadette 14, Janine Cobb 50, Kathy Whitney 13. Okay, no more numbers. It's 5:26. We do have another winner right on the nose, and that person is Renee Van Duzen. Yay, Renee! Renee, you win the Mega Imprint Pad and Set with the number 12. Renee, congratulations. Again, spelling your last name wrong, Van Duzen, D Deasen. Okay, I think I got it. Renee, congratulations, and Linda Weber. Yay! Thank you so much. And as always, I am so thankful for you, each and every one of you, for coming here, hanging out with me, being interested in what I share and what I show, and just being my friend. It means a lot. And having fun with me, because that means the world. All right, I'm going to turn this camera around so I can say goodnight to all of you. If you have any thoughts or questions, you know where to find me. Please make sure that you like this video, share, and comment. Make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel. Please be watching over the weekend, because we will have some spontaneous makeys. And we do also, for those of you who are blue moonies in my Patreon, we do have a blue moon makey tomorrow afternoon at 4 p.m. Please come. We have lots of valuable information regarding the pop-up shops, regarding the spotlights and creating your own art foamies. Okay. So I'm going to turn this camera around again. Thank you all so much. I love you to the moon and back. And you know the deal. Stay safe, stay sane, stay makey, and I'll see you real soon. Black Friday specials going on all weekend long. Come back and check in with us for Cyber Monday, because we are going to do a little something extra, a little giveaway-ish or something, just because, it's Cyber Monday. We appreciate your support all year long for our small business. Bye, everyone. Thanks again. Have a great night and weekend.